Reason number one, those blue orchids tend to be more expensive than the traditional white ones. And it could be anywhere from $1 to $4 more just to get those blue orchids. So save your money and avoid buying those blue orchids because it's going to cost you more in the long run. Reason number two to avoid buying a blue orchid, and it's probably the most important reason to just avoid buying these blue orchids, is because they are not natural. So blue orchids are made by injecting dye into the stem of the plant or by placing a cut stem in a blue dye solution. The orchid then takes in that blue water through its roots, which results in that blue color you see in the stores. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't harm the orchid in any way, but it does create that fake blue hue you see in the store. Now, I'm not saying you should never buy a blue orchid. That's really up to you and your preference. People buy them for a number of reasons: for weddings, a special occasion, to match a color scheme. But by buying a natural color orchid, you're telling the floral industry, stop spending all their time making blue orchids, which are not natural. And even though the blue doesn't physically alter the genetic makeup of the plant, think about it. Would you want to be forced to physically change with no choice of your own? So there's really no reason for growers to mess with the color, especially since orchids come in hundreds of different colors and varieties. And most of the time, those petals really don't look that great anyway. So the best thing to do is just avoid buying the blue orchids because it's an artificial dye that's being put into the plant, and nobody wants that. Number three, the color doesn't last. That's right, it doesn't last. Now, if you have a blue orchid, the color will eventually start to fade towards the outer petals. Then it moves its way inward. Sometimes the middle will remain blue until all the orchid eventually turns white. And also, I have to let you know that that blue orchid, sometimes the petals seem to fall off even quicker than the ones that come in the natural variety. So the takeaway to this: buy a natural colored orchid. Even if it's white, it's going to last longer, it's going to be healthier, it's going to be happy, it won't have that artificial dye in it. This one is a naturally beautiful purple orchid, and you can see it is doing well. Its leaves nice, standing up, straight, sturdy, and you can see those beautiful, beautiful blooms, and it even has some stripes in it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So again, just avoid buying those blue orchids. They're not worthwhile. They don't last long. They're more expensive. And I think they're not as attractive. What do you think? Hit me in the comment section. Do you like those blue orchids? Would you ever buy a blue orchid? What is your experience with the blue orchid? And what do you think that the benefits of buying a blue orchid would be? Let me know. And let me know what color orchid your favorite color orchid is in the comment section. So guys, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, The Determined Gardener. I will be pumping out many more videos showing you how to take care of these beautiful plants, giving you all my tricks and secrets on how to keep your orchid thriving, and also give you some tips on what not to buy and what to stay away from, and how to keep your orchids thriving during the winter months. So of course, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. Don't forget to hit that like button. You don't want to miss any of the videos that I have, because I have a whole series planned for this month, and you want to make sure that you don't miss any of the videos, because they're going to be really some great in-depth videos on how to take care of these beautiful plants, and you don't want to miss any of the videos that I have coming out soon. So save your money and avoid buying those blue orchids because it's going to cost you more in the long run.